Greetings, guys. In this video, I'm going to talk about one of our really interesting features. It's specifically related to cropping body parts. Now, a lot of times in e commerce images, we would have to focus on the top half, on the bottom half, and the middle part, depending upon the type of product we are showcasing. So, we have developed a specific function which is known as crop body part. Crop nose is something that we usually do to kind of hide the model's identity and focus on the apparel or the lifestyle product that is there. But crop body part makes it a little more specific. So let's quickly go through what are the different options as we go ahead and edit this function. As you saw, like I had quickly dragged and dropped this, or I can also just click on it to be able to bring it here. Once I'm able to do this, I'm going to quickly kind of edit it and then select the body part I want to edit for the image. So let's take an image for example first. I'm going to quickly select an image, go to my desktop, sample images, and let's select this image. Okay. So that everyone has a reference. This is the image, the sample image that we have for now. Now I want to be able to show you guys the different ways in which we can crop. So let's start by kind of focusing on cropping her knees out and everything below her knees, for example. So I can select the right or the left knee. I can select whether I want to horizontally crop it or I want to like vertically crop it. So I'm going to say no horizontal cropping. Padding is like the amount of space you would want to leave above. I would say yes, vertical cropping, and I would want to kind of crop the knees out and everything below it. So crop from the bottom. And if we need any padding, then we add that percentage of padding as well and close. And I'm going to quickly test this workflow. So I'm hoping like everything below her knee is cropped out. That's what this is exactly done. Now let's try and use something for the shoulder. Let's do the left shoulder, and this time I want to crop from the top. I want to like get rid of her face as well as her shoulders from the image, crop them out, and quickly test this workflow as well. Now here, everything from the top of the shoulder has been edited out. Now let's look at something from her wrists, for example. So I'm going to quickly select her right wrist and I would want to crop from the bottom this time. I want to show the top half of her body. Close and quickly test the workflow. So as you see, what I'm doing is basically testing the workflow to see if it is doing it accurately. Once I'm convinced of it in my sample image, I can actually run this across thousands of images. And especially when it's regarding detecting body parts, we have an accuracy of more than 99.5%. So we always kind of get it right using the AI model that we have. As we saw the part from the wrist and below it was, now let's just change that and say I want to crop from the top and then quickly test the workflow. So I'm expecting the top half of her body to be cropped and we're only focusing like on the bottom half. Now let's say I would only want to like crop her face specifically, so I would use the shoulder and crop from the bottom. So as you see, like if you're able to basically visualize the top, bottom, right and left, and then focusing on specific aspects of the image itself. So there I've been able to kind of crop her face as well. Now you could be using this workflow in combination with other workflows as well. So for example, I could actually be cropping that body part and then removing the background, where I would only specifically, let's say, get her face in the image. So you can combine all of these workflows. And then if I want to be able to do, I can also color the background to a white background, let's say using a hex code. And I can resize the image. Let's say I want the image to be 500 by 500. And let's test the workflow. So now I've quickly added a couple of more steps to the workflow, and that's what has happened. Or maybe I would want to kind of change the aspect ratio here a little bit, give the width maybe 600, and save the workflow as well. Quickly test it out then. So, as you guys see, the opportunity for us to be able to have all of this in place is amazing. So I'm going to quickly show you guys the image that I had kind of made, which showcases here like the original image, the cropped images, and how you can do all of this at scale as well. So that's a quick introduction on like how you can use the intelligent body crop function to be able to crop specific body parts, not for one or two images, but for thousands of images at scale. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll continue adding a lot more as we keep going ahead. Thank you.